is Alezaa. I'm back with another video from my series Draw Me a Look. This look is from my coworker Jemima, so we're about to get into it. And lucky for you guys, I have a little brow tutorial in this video as well. Here I'm just showing you guys what I use on my brows lately. I use Elmers glue, the Wet n Wild eyeliner pencil, some Nicka concealer, and these are the brushes I use. I will have everything listed in the description box below. Here I'm just taking the Elmers glue and I'm working that into my brow with my Morphe brow spoolie, getting that excess glue off of my skin, and I'm just going to work that into my brow. Now while that glue is drying, I take the Air Spun translucent powder and I press that into my brow with my powder brush by Morphe. Once again, I will try to have everything listed in the description box so you can know exactly what I'm using. But I always put powder in my brows, always. Here I'm just taking that Wet n Wild pencil in the shade Simma Brown now, and I take it very sharp. I sharpen it before I start and I outline my brow like so. And I recently just did a brow tutorial, but I still had a few of my friends say that they were still confused because they couldn't see that well. So I hope you can see a little better with this video. I never take the product all the way to the front of my brow because that's what I'm doing next. I take the spoolie and I blend it. Diffuse the product at the beginning. You don't want that boxy look. And then I'll go through my brow and I'll fill in any gaps after brushing the product through my brow. But I don't want them to be too dark, so that's what I'm doing. Yes, I'm a vapor, but now I'm taking my Nicka concealer in the shade Coffee and my Tgsupply brush. And I'm going to go ahead and carve out my brows. Like so. When it comes to doing your brows, you want to have a real sturdy hand. Of course, with practice, you get more perfection out of it, but you still want to have a pretty sturdy hand because once you mess up, you're going to have to go back in and fix it if you can. If not, you'll probably have to start over. So, sturdy hands, ladies, sturdy hands. Also, the same rule applies for brows. You can also just not breathe. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, it works. Now, this is the best buffing brush to me, the Morphe M174. And I'm going to take that and blend that concealer out. Like, look how blended. Like, it looked like it just melted into my skin. I need to get a couple more of these. Right here, I'm just fixing my arch, making sure they're equal, symmetrical. Yeah. This is a paintbrush that I found at Michael's. It was like probably $2 for the pack. I like how thin it is, so I'm going to take that brush and conceal the top of my brows using the same concealer because I feel like it's exactly my skin tone. But it also brightens when I need it to brighten. So I love this concealer. LA Girl was my concealer for a minute, but the Nicka has my heart right now. please pay attention to this part because a lot of people ask me how do I do the opposite side of my face. You just gotta learn how to have that sturdy hand. Like, I'm literally just flipping the brush the opposite way and keeping a sturdy hand, that's all. But now I'm just taking this buffing brush from Amazon and I'm using this on the top of my brow because it's a little smaller and I like the way it blends at the top. The other brush, the Morphe one, you'll still have that little cast, so it's too dense for the top. Now it's time for the fun creative part. You already know I'm taking my Beauty Bay base, the white one, and I'm going to go back with my Morphe M173 brush and I'm going to buff that in up into my brow bone. Like I said, ladies, the lighter the base, the better your colors will show. Even if you're doing browns and blacks, white shows up pretty well. It helps those colors pop. Now that that's blended in, I'm going to go in with my Beauty Bay Fiery 2.0 palette. Like, you can see the excitement on my face. Look how pretty that is. The nudes, the oranges, the reds, the browns, the blacks, the grays, everything. Get that palette, ladies. BeautyBay.com. Now I'm taking my Morphe M441 brush and I'm going in with the shade Honey Bun. And that's going to be my transition shade from my brow bone into the eyeshadow. See how pretty that is? Yes. And we're going to take it, pat it in, and then we're going to go in a circular motion and blend it out. Now that we got that shade where we want it, we're taking this Real Techniques brush. I can't remember the name, but I'm taking the shade Caramel Sauce, and I'm going right below that first shade, Honey Bun, and I'm going to blend that into Honey Bun. So I realized with my videos that I could be a little bit more informative. So that first shade, I took it closer to my brow, right? So if you focus in on what I'm doing right now, I'm taking that more into my crease. And the crease is basically where your eye opens and that skin starts to fold. That's the crease. So that's where I'm putting this second transition shade, Caramel Sauce. Now this is just a round blending brush I got from Amazon, and I'm taking the shade Macchiato and I'm putting that right directly into my crease. This is the smaller brush of the three that I used because I want it more focused in my crease area. And I'm going to take that and blend it out and get it to the pigment and opacity that I would like it to be. Look at me, I feel bougie with my little pinky sticking out. Here I'm going back into that shade Caramel Sauce because I lost it blending out Macchiato. But now I'm just going to build that color back up and get that transition shade because I love that shade. That is the main shade of the look. That's what's bringing it out. Now I'm going back into macchiato and I'm going to build that back up as well. Just making sure you can see the blend of each color and not lose the other. Keep blending it until you get it where you want it, ladies. Now that my transition shades are blended how I want them, I'm going to take a pointed Q-tip and some micellar water and I'm going to clean and cut my crease. You just let the Q-tip follow your eye. Just let it follow your eye. Don't try to force it to create a shape. Just let it glide across your eye and it will naturally make a shape. And you don't always have to clean your crease with the water remover, but I just like to do it just to take the extra step because I want all my colors to show. But you don't always have to do it. Blend back in with my Beauty Bay eyeshadow base and my Tgsupply brush, and I'm cutting my crease where I clean the excess product off. Take your time and do this. You see me, I'm sliding the brush. I would rather y'all stamp as you are going in the shape you want. But me, I've been doing it for a while, so, you know, but it'll come out even cleaner if you take your time and stamp it like that. Here, I'm just taking a clean flat brush and I'm tapping that excess product in and making sure it's an even spread across my eye. No gaps, no streaks. Tapping that product in. Still taking my time and making sure the shape is correct and clean and precise. Take your time. Now that we're done carving out the shape, we're going to take the Morphe M506 brush and I'm taking this shimmer chocolate fudge. It's so pretty, y'all. And I'm taking that on the outer corner of my eye. It is so pretty. Chocolate fudge. Now that I'm done with that, we're going to just build across the lid. And now I'm taking the shade Sunstone and I'm patting that right next to it. That is very gorgeous as well. Just building that up. Patting it on. No swiping, just patting it on. And I'm using the same brush for all of this. Now this next shade is called New Penny. That was gorgeous as well. Taking that on the inner part. Then I start off with Showmange and I'm just making an ombre effect. And then the last shade but not least is All That Glitters, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner. So I started off with Chocolate Fudge, then Sunstone, and then New Penny, and then Showmange, and then All That Matters. Look how pretty that is. Wow. Now, ladies, by all means necessary, you could have stopped where I just stopped, but I'm extra and she wanted glitter. So I'm going in with my Duo Lash Glue. I'm going in with those 3 glitters that are pretty similar to the shimmers I just used, and I'm going to place them on the lid. Starting off with this bronze golden shimmer glitter shade is so pretty. I take the Wet n Wild angled brush and I pick up the glitter and I pat it on. Look how pretty. Y'all, I wish these glitters had names so I could tell you, baby. But I will try to have those linked in the description box because I did get them from Amazon. And I've had them for a while. And now for the middle part of my eye, there was this gold I had, but I felt like it was way too yellow. So I took it and I mixed it with the first glitter, the bronze glitter, and I toned it down a good bit. You can mix glitters like you mix colors and they'll tone each other down as well. Girl down, period. Here I'm showing you that's the first glitter, and the other glitter I mix them together. So, and now I'm taking this pearl white glitter, which you can put on top of anything, to be honest, and it will blend perfectly. It'll just give you like a nice little pop of shimmer to any color. But I'm taking that in the inner corner, and baby, I was obsessed. And you could stop here as well, but of course I'm going to add even more. Now we doing more, and we getting the rhinestones, baby, because that's what she had in the picture. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sharpen my wax pencil, and I'm gonna dot the glue. That's why I like the duo glue. You can just dot it where you need the glue. You don't have to do too much. So I'm gonna dot it and put the rhinestones where I want them. I made a cute little pattern because I almost scattered them, but I was like, nah, let me do a little something intricate, you know. But yeah, watch me work. Of course, you don't have to do exactly what I did, but I did 4 on the outer corner, 3 on the inner corner, and 2 in the middle. Nothing significant about it, just thought it was cute. So that's how I did the rhinestones. And like I said, you don't have to do it exactly how I did it, but that's how I did it. And now it's time to prep the skin for our base routine. I'm going to take my spoolie, another Morphe spoolie, and the spoolie helps dust the glitter off my face. Because glitter can mess up your base routine. Like, it can cut through the product and mess it up. So you want to get that off your skin. Now that I got majority of the glitter, I'm pretty sure I didn't get it all. I'm taking the micellar water and I'm cleaning under my eye with a Q-tip. Once again, we don't mix products here. Clean canvas all the way through. So unfortunately, I could not find my LA Girl primer, so I had to use my Wet n Wild one. I had to cut it open because I was basically out, but you're never really out, ladies, until you look and see what's in there. But I like this primer, but would I buy it again? Probably not, because like it's very mattifying like the LA Girl, but it's very drying too. Like, it kind of reminds me of Milk of Magnesia when it dries down. I don't like that. It kind of got like a powdery effect to it. My favorite part, underpainting. So we're going in with the Nicka K HD Concealer in the shade Coffee. We're going to take that same brush we used with the primer and we're going to put that in the desired areas. Under eye, bridge of nose, around the mouth and forehead, period. Normally, ladies, I use a dry beauty blender, but I literally just cleaned my brushes yesterday. So they're all wet and all of my sponges are wet as well. So I'm just using this black one and I'm going to blend that product out. And I don't know why I don't use this black sponge, but it showed out yesterday, so I need to use it a little bit more. I like that one. I don't even know what brand it is, but I like it. Ruby Kisses 3D Face Creator, but in level 16, and I'm taking a random brush, flat brush, and I'm going to put that darker shade onto my contour areas. Real Techniques 200 everything brush, pushing that product up, and I'm gonna blend it out until it becomes like a bronzer effect. I learned that on TikTok and I like it. I like it, period. You don't have to pat it in, just buff that bad boy out. Buff it out till your motherfucking arm hurt. I just call this the makeup toothbrush. I got it from Dollar Tree for $1, and I blend that contour out against my nose, period. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I went a little too heavy on the blush, but I feel like you can never go too heavy because a bad bitch like me know how to work that shit out. But I was a little heavy-handed last night with this shit. Little dollar lipstick I got from Shop Miss A. Now I'm taking my Buffing Everything brush by Elf. And I'm going to buff that out. You have to work fast because it's matte lipstick. Yeah, I went a little too hard. It's too much, but I worked it out because I like to be rosy. New trick alert, I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me foundation shade 355 using the Hard Candy Body Illuminator Potion, and I'm using the LA Girl Illuminating Glow or Luminous Glow. I'm going to put that foundation on the back of my hand first. I'm going to put like 2 squirts of the other stuff, and I'm going to shake like a few drizzles of that powder in there. And baby, you gonna be motherfucking glowing. I got a little too excited, but now I'm taking my Buff foundation brush by e.l.f. and I'm gonna pat that in. And yeah, like it does brighten the foundation, I'm not gonna lie, but I love it. Oh my god, I love it. Like, yes, you be glowing like a strobe light. Ain't nothing wrong with a little glow in the wintertime either, ladies. Like, you ain't gotta be always matte in the winter. Who the fuck told y'all that? See, and that's also why I said, yeah, I went a little heavy on the lipstick, but my foundation, my good old trusty foundation is everything. Covered it right on up. But you can still see it peeking through, but I fuck with it. But it's not too much. Like, it don't look like I got rosacea on my face. And I know y'all probably freaking out like, bruh, she look oily as fuck. And I probably do, but that's just the extra, illuminating products I put in my foundation. So I'm going to tone that down a little bit by using the same sponge that I blended my concealer out with on the first layer. And I'm going to pat some of that excess foundation off of my skin. And yes, I still look shiny, but I love it. Y'all ain't gotta like it, and you don't have to do this. And I don't want to sound like I got an attitude when I said that, but I love the way this looks on me. Like, I want to shine. I want to shine. You see me, I'm feeling it. Another trick I seen on TikTok, this is my first time trying it, but spraying my foundation with setting spray. And I'm going to let that dry a little bit before I go in with my second layer of concealer for my highlight. We're going back in with the Nicka K HD Concealer in the shade Coffee. We're going to lightly put that in our areas, of course. Light amounts. Light amounts. Don't want to look too cakey. Now, I strictly only use this sponge for my second layer of highlight, my Real Techniques Cream Contour and Highlight Sponge. I love that sponge. It's something about the texture of it, yes, but I love to take that to blend out my highlight. Blend it out. And like I said already, my sponges were already pretty wet, so yes. I'm taking my e.l.f. 16-hour camera wear, and this is another trick I learned to brighten that under eye, baby. I love the way this looks. I'm so obsessed. I don't think I'll ever stop doing it, but I'm just going to take that under the inner corner of my under eye. I'm not going to take it all the way across. I just want it to be like right there. And baby, I love the way it looks. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like perfect. And like, yes, do you see what I mean? Like, it just makes the center of your face look so bright. And you're not doing too much, you know? You don't look like a clown. But now it's time to set that concealer in place and bake, honey. Taking that powder sponge from Real Techniques. And we're going to bake and set that in place with the, what's it called? Black Radiance True Complexion Banana Powder. I love that powder. So pretty. And let me explain powders, ladies. If you're like my skin tone, or like a little darker or a little lighter, you want to go in with the yellow powder because it's going to set that concealer right. Because if you go in with translucent, more than likely, even though it says it's translucent, you still going to look ghostly. So go in with a yellow powder. That's your best bet. Now we about to contour. We taking that Black Radiance contour palette, medium to deep or medium to dark. And I'm taking that darker shade with the Wet n Wild contour brush, and I'm going to blend that out. Right where I set that contour at, I'm going to set it with the powder. Yes, blend it out, blend it out. And we're going to keep blending that out. Don't be afraid of dusting that excess powder off. Same brush, you see it was a clean one, but different. And we're going to take that middle shade and we're going to put that transition shade right on top. That's my transition shade from my contour to my highlight. It's the in-between. More closer to my foundation shade, if I should say that. Now I'm going to contour my nose with this brush I got from Amazon. It's like almost a flat brush, but it was still kind of too wet for my liking, so I had to get the other one. Because like I said, I just cleaned my brushes, but I'm going to contour my nose and set that in place. Yes, indeed. Look how my face just came together. Like, it looked so flat at first, and I just brought all the definition back. Dusting that excess powder off with the Nicka K powder brush. And do you see where that extra brightening came in at? Yes, indeed, baby. Ooh! But I feel like I still look a little flat, so I'm going back into that deeper shade. And I'm just going to add a little bit more. Ain't nothing wrong with adding more. That's why I said you want to go in with light amounts. That way you can build it up. Because if you go in with too much, it's dead after that. I'm feeling myself, period. I'm just a beautiful woman. Like, damn. And now it's time for blush. The Roxy palette. I need to get some more of these. See if they got different colorways. I'm mixing the red and the pink, and I'm going to put that right where I put that lipstick at. Everywhere you see me put the creams and the liquids, I'm going to set it with the powder as very close to the shade as possible. Yes, I love blush. Ladies, y'all can't be scared of blush, because blush going to make you look like a woman. Period. Now we're going to take a shower in the Milani setting spray. Take a shower. Take a shower. Yeah. It's very close to the Max Fix It setting spray. I love it. It takes all that excess greasy look out of your skin too. So yeah. Look how, ooh, yes, yes, yes. Now we're going to put that mascara on them lashes. Ladies, like I said, y'all don't have to do it, but for the best quality, follow the steps and you're going to get the best quality. Like, you don't have to do the mascara, but if you don't, all that buildup from the eyeshadow and all of that going to show through your falsies. I promise. Cover it back up with black and you won't see it. Period. I didn't like how the mascara was not working with my bottom lashes, so I'm going to go in with my primer. My white primer for my bottom lashes, and then I'm going to go back in with the black. You're going to see it in a minute. Now that that's fixed, I'm going to go ahead and add my duo lash glue to my lashes. And I'm going to let them dry for a little bit before I put them on. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face. I still ain't got that palette, so please don't talk shit about me. I need to get a new one, though. Because, you know, I'm about to go in with my favorite highlighter. And I saw another trick with my nose. But I'm going to explain it when it gets closer to that part. See, I told y'all I still ain't got it, but that's my favorite, honey. It just complements my skin so well. Yes. And I'm gonna stop right there for a second because I don't want the lash glue to dry completely. And I'm gonna pop those on real quick. Got those lashes from Amazon. I stole them from my niece, not gonna cap. Don't know the name of them. And I ain't gonna lie, lashes always bring the damn look together. I don't care what nobody say, it's always the lashes for me. You ain't even gotta have your lipstick on yet, but the lash gonna always bring the look together, period. And I only rock 25 millimeters, don't play over here. Maybe a little 22, but nothing less than 20. But this is the trick I saw. So I took the NYX Jumbo eyeliner pencil in pearl white, and that's what I use to highlight my nose because it's more precise. Then I take a pencil brush and I take that same shade that I used on my cheeks and I go on top of that and I intensify it, period. Yeah, bad bitch vibes. Now I'm about to do my lips. I took some chapstick and then I'm going to take the brow pencil I use and line my lips. I got hella lip liners, but I don't really use them. I always gravitate to this brown. But I'm going to line my lips, and I'm going to show y'all two different lippies. I wanted to do red, but I didn't like it, so I went in with a pink. But I'm going to show y'all both of them. This is the burgundy red lip I went in with. This is by Princessa from Shop Miss A, and it's in the shade Rita. And then I went in with a lighter shade. I can't remember the lighter red, but it's the same brand. And I tried to put that on top. And I put like a hint of white, of course, and then some gloss. So if you really like a red lip, I'm not a big fan of a red lip, but I did try for y'all. But I wasn't really feeling it. And I put the NYX Gloss on top. And this is the Super Stay Gloss, or whatever that non-moving lip gloss that is by NYX. That shit was cap. I seen y'all raving about it on TikTok. That shit was cap. That shit leaks, moves, drips, all of that. I hate it. Y'all lucky that's the only gloss I got right now. But as soon as I buy some more, that's going in the trash. I don't like that one. But I took it off because I didn't like it. Wiped it off. And I like the pink more. Y'all gotta tell me what y'all think though in the comment box. Hell, I could even rock my natural lip color. That was even cuter than the red to me. But of course I added more chapstick, going back in with that brown by Wet n Wild, the simma brown now, relining my lips. And I went in with the shade Melon by New York something by Shop Miss A. But yeah, I was feeling this pink way more. I don't like red on me, but I'm taking a lipstick brush and I'm gonna pat that in. I probably should have did that with the red too, and I probably would have liked the result, but oh well. And I like putting the white in the center. I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like it just adds like an extra plumpness to your lips. But cause I could go in with the exact shade I want, but I don't know. I just like to lighten the color that I already have. And now I'm going in with a different gloss. It's not very glossy enough for me. It has a cute little shimmer to it though. And then I go back in with the NYX. Like I said, I hate that gloss. Y'all could have kept that bullshit. That shit ugly. Well, it's not ugly, but it leaks and it moves. But that's a finished look. Thank y'all for watching. Say Guapo out. Like, share, subscribe. And period. We up. Mwah.
If you meet me in the room, we can gonna get down.